Okay, we are going to get started. I just wanted to welcome everyone here today. My name is Jasmine, and I will be conducting this webinar. Our presenter today will be Catherine Thomas. She is our Customer Care Manager here at GroupLink. Today, just to quickly go over, our agenda is going to be on the following: using everything HelpDesk in multiple departments, including IT, facilities maintenance, and transportation. At the end of this, we do have a question box that we will be looking through and going through it and answering all the questions. So if you have any questions throughout the PowerPoint, please go ahead and enter your questions there, and we will make sure to answer all of them. And then also, if there's something that we need to review, if Catherine needs to go back through, we can do that as well. So don't be hesitant to ask. So at this time, I will turn it over to Catherine.
Thanks, Jasmine. So a couple things that we're going to go over today. I don't know if anybody is using the HelpDesk in more than just their IT department. Kind of something that we run into with customers or even out at trade shows is a lot of people are using School Dude because it's a maintenance-driven product, and they've just had to adapt it into the IT department because it's something that their school district or company has already purchased, and so they want to utilize it that way. So we just wanted to go over some ways that, if you're currently using the HelpDesk for your IT department, how you could possibly use it in other departments as well. Just to make it a little bit easier for you guys, having the same program across multiple departments might make your life a little bit easier rather than troubleshooting more than one. So I'm just going to log in as the admin here. You all know how to set up your HelpDesk for IT. Everything is currently set up that way. So I just wanted to highlight a few things. There is unlimited groups in the HelpDesk. So you can have as many groups as you want. So you see a list here. You could use it anywhere from training departments, your human resources, anything that needs to generate a ticket. But the ones that we were going to focus on today, the ones that we run into a lot is the IT, the maintenance, and the transportation. So as far as adding a new group, it's pretty simple just to go ahead and click Add here. Just the same as when you set it up for your IT department. So rather than add one, I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at one that we do have created. So I'm just going to click on this Maintenance Facilities here. Now, your maintenance department or your transportation department, they can also utilize the asset tracker. We do have a couple customers that their transportation department utilizes the asset tracker so that they can track each and every time the fleet has an oil change. It's just something that they want to keep track of, and they use the asset tracking system in order to do that. So that's basically the first question you're going to be asked. You don't have to use it. If the asset management piece is something that you just want to utilize in IT, then of course you would select none there. As far as the permission model goes, most of the time the permission model that you have set up for IT can go ahead and apply to the other departments as well. But as you know, you can create a different permission model and then attach. Let's say you have a maintenance permission model, you could go ahead and select that information here. Now, requiring the category and category option, a lot of times in the maintenance department in particular, they do like to know, where it's going to, so they can auto route the plumbing issues to the plumbers or the electrical issues to the electricians. Unlike in the IT world, they're very different in the jobs that they do. So most will require it so they can auto route those tickets and not have to work out of a ticket pool, which I know a lot of IT departments do. And then as far as the SLA model as well, you don't have to utilize the SLA model, but you can create more than one. So there can be one per group. So here is just, you know how to create categories and category options. But they are just selected inside here or added. So for carpenter, we have building blocks, things like that. Now, over here on the right-hand side, just so that you are aware, there is a ticket pool created for every single group that's created. So the IT ticket pool will be different than the maintenance ticket pool. So all of the tickets that fall under the maintenance category will go into one pool so that they can work out of it that way. Now, I don't know if all of you use this or even are aware that it's here, but you can have multiple people notified when a ticket goes to the ticket pool. There's this little icon here. If I run my mouse over it, it says Notification Assistant. But you can click that, and then you can add other people that you want to be notified. So if the technicians in that group are just going to work out of the ticket pool, or even just the manager wants to be notified every time a ticket is there, you can add that name here, and they will get the same email notification that the technician would receive if it was assigned to them. So as far as setting up the group, that's all you're going to have to do. The locations that you already have set up in the help desk would then apply to these additional groups as well. The statuses, the priorities, the resolutions, these are going to apply as well to those groups. Now, in our own help desk here that we use at GroupLink, I will just go ahead and show you. We go ahead and put in some dotted lines to separate from one group to the other as far as the statuses go. So if I look here on the statuses, there's multiple statuses, and they will appear in the order that they display on the screen. So if you notice, we do have one that we'll put these dotted lines in. If you notice the ones in between here, these all have to do with new sales or new accounts. The ones here at the bottom are for our customer care department, you know, if they're ready to install the product or if there's any type of follow-up. So you can go ahead and separate the statuses that way that pertain to different groups. And then, of course, just your regular ones, awaiting customer response, if it's on hold, those are all things that everybody can utilize. But just so that you're aware, the statuses and the priorities and the resolutions, they do go straight across the board. So whatever you have set up is what every single group will see. Now, as far as the custom fields, namely in the maintenance department, there is going to be you know, more additional questions that they might need to ask. Room number could still be one that's effective as far as your maintenance department goes. But if you look at the second one here, this was a transportation one if they're requesting a bus to take some students somewhere. So we've just added in here, you know, where are you going to, so that they have to just enter in, you know, where that is going to. If they need to figure out the mileage, there can be additional questions there. But all of these items on the right-hand side, you can add them as far as a group is concerned. So this would only show up in that transportation group. So all of those things, the custom fields, the assignments, it's all group-driven, so you can keep everything separate. So even when creating a new assignment here, the first thing you have to select is a group. So if I select maintenance, then obviously I'm only going to see maintenance technicians, and then I can make those assignments that way. And again, they all still work the same. They can be routed by category, category option, or even the location. One of the other things that I wanted to show you is in the mail portion of the help desk. You probably, I don't know if all of you utilize this, but most people do, and it's the email to ticket, so that your end users don't have to log into the help desk. They can simply create an email and send it to a designated address, and then the system will convert it to a ticket. So if you already have the IT one set up, like this one was here, you can come in and add other email addresses for other groups. So if we take a look at this maintenance one here, notice the address is maintenance@gmail.com, and it's attached to the maintenance group. So for each and every group that you have set up, you can also have that email box created so that your end users can still continue to just send an email to that particular group. And then the system will convert that to a ticket. Now, if you do want to create additional permission models, if you notice, this one actually has all of the groups in it, but all you do is click on Create New and then type in the name. And I normally will do the same name of the group as the permission model. So now it's opened up here and I can go ahead and make any changes. So if I want my transportation department, if we're not really going to run on categories and category options, you know, I can come down here and take it out of the view of those people that are submitting a ticket here. I can just go ahead and set this to technician, and then the technician can decide which one it is. So there are different options as far as that permission model goes. You can create a permission model for each and every group to make it more specific for them. Now, the same on templates. If you use templates now, you'll notice, because I have additional or multiple groups set up here, templates are driven by group as well. So if I click over here to maintenance, I'm going to see any templates that apply to the maintenance department. So if the maintenance department needs to set up a template that reoccurs as far as changing the air filters every 3 months, you know, they can come in here and create that template, and then they can start it. Right now, I currently have that one stopped, but they can go ahead and start that template, and now every 3 months that will go out just the same as it does on the IT side. So all of the same capabilities that you have regarding templates in your IT department, as soon as you create that group or the additional groups, then those are displayed here as well. There is one thing that would be straight across the board, and that would be the knowledge base. This again applies to all groups. You're going to be able to see any knowledge base articles, but you can filter on those. So I can come here and I can select maintenance as the group, and then I can do, excuse me, then I can do a search to find those knowledge base articles within that particular group. So right now, if you have them set up and you only have the one group in there, then it always defaults for you. So when creating knowledge base articles for additional groups, you can just go ahead and attach them to that particular group and find them this way. So another thing that would change if you wanted to incorporate other departments is when you're submitting a new ticket, and I'm just going to log in as a user. If you only have one group right now, as it stands, when you click on new ticket, or when they do, the group automatically defaults for them. So they only have one option. And so the difference here would be they would need to select which department they're submitting this ticket to. And so this would only apply if they are logged in and submitting a ticket that way. If you are or they are using the email to ticket option, then again, they just send it to maintenance@gmail.com instead of ithelpdesk@gmail.com. And then the system will sort those out for them. Now, if I'm a technician in the maintenance group, you can configure the permission model, or it's actually the user account, so that I only see the maintenance group. So here under user accounts, and this one's already configured, you'll just make them a member of that group, and it makes it so that they can only see that particular group. So let's see. Oh, I must have clicked on the same one. Hold on. I don't know if it's hard for you to read, but it's hard for me to read this screen. Can you see that, technician? Actually, they're all managers. So you can do this with users too. If you want users to only see certain groups, you just make them a member of that group. So if this person is only going to be entering maintenance items, I can come here and make them a member, and when they go to submit a ticket, they're only going to see the maintenance department. So you can do that with technicians as well. Because it's all one system, and the technician or a manager role has rights to view all groups or I'm sorry, all tickets in that group. If they aren't set up as a member of that group as well, then they would be able to see tickets in other departments. So all you have to do is go ahead and change that setting on those technicians, and they'll only see the tickets that apply to them. And the same with any manager or any technician that you have right now. Go ahead, they can create all of these different tabs here across the top. So they can only see, you know, if they only want to see a certain location, or your maintenance department, you know, if your electrician doesn't want to see all of the plumbing tickets, they can go ahead and create just a filter based on that category of electrical. So they only see that information and they don't have to filter through the rest. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up to any questions. If you can think of any other scenarios, or if there's any other setup that needs to take place. We have had quite a few customers move into setting this up in other departments. It's as simple as just adding technicians for those particular departments, and then, you know, going ahead and setting that information up. But there's no extra installation. We have had some customers that want to run it on its own instance, so they don't want either HelpDesk or, I'm sorry, either department to have any association with the other one. This happens a lot when human resources want to utilize the HelpDesk. You can run 2 instances at the same time, and one URL would directly be for human resources and the other would be for your IT department. So those are some options that you have there. So what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and turn this back over to Jasmine to see if there is any questions out there, and give us a chance to take a look at those questions and answer them.
Awesome. Thanks so much. That was a lot of good information. Like she said, I will just give you guys a couple more minutes to enter in your questions into the question box. It should be on the right-hand side of your screen, and then we will start answering them. And then while you guys are doing that, I just wanted to remind everybody that we have our BOGO sale going on right now. So buy one, get one license for free. This is only good to the end of June. So take advantage of that while you can, and you can just go ahead and send your PO into me at jowen@grouplink.net. And then also make sure that you're connecting with us via Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Google+. This is where we update all of our information. So any promos that we have going on, this is where you're going to find out about them first. And they do change monthly or so. So that's where you should connect with us. And then also, we just want to remind you, we are also going to ISTE Expo. That is going to be next week. We do have free tickets. If you guys would be interested in that, you can email me again at jowen@grouplink.net, and we can get you those tickets for free. Okay, I'll just give you a couple more minutes to enter in those questions.